Why are other people awakening faster than me? Why am I not getting it? I love this question. It's a completely wrong question. I mean, as most of them are. There's no person. You've heard this a million times. There's no person to be getting it wrong. The idea that there's a person getting it wrong is the misunderstanding. Let's step back from this for a minute. Because the experience that you're having seems like the center of the universe. It seems like it's it. It seems like I'm supposed to awaken within this lifetime so that this lifetime can be sort of validated, have meaning or worth. Step back. What if it makes no difference? If it happens in this experience, or if this experience perhaps plays a supporting role in it happening in other experiences. It's all one. It's one being. The attachment to a personal achievement of this kind is why it doesn't happen. As long as I see myself as the one who needs to awaken, that there's any need for that, and I'm looking at the person as the one that needs to awaken, I'll be doing this backwards and maybe reinforcing and strengthening that misunderstanding. I am having the experience of getting lost, deeply, perhaps deeply lost in a human experience. I'm going to say it again. I'm having the experience of getting deeply lost in the human. I am not lost. Nothing real can be lost. I cannot be lost from myself. And I cannot seek myself ultimately. Ultimately. What sense does that make? I'm playing the game of getting lost and of seeking myself until I realize that I'm what I'm seeking. And then the game of seeking stops. All dissatisfaction stops. All sort of agenda stops. Anything that happens outside is for play, for entertainment. I am simultaneously experiencing all that's happening from various vantage points at the same time in this now. Everything is being registered by awareness, by the one that I am. I am using this and this to talk to myself, to show myself to myself in that. There's no failing. There's no way to fail. There's no such thing. Humans made up failing. Humans adhere to the idea of failing. Humans made up right and wrong. Humans. There is suffering in the human experience because of the idea of right and wrong. The idea that I should be on a specific path for some length of time, hear from certain teachers, do certain activities, go to a retreat, read books. All these things are going to be doing is over time breaking down delusion. Any resonance, instant recognition, aha, is me knowing what I already know without filter of mind, perhaps for a moment, perhaps permanently within this experience. So, consciousness ultimately isn't learning anything about itself. Ultimately, there's nothing to learn. There are no traits. There's no good and bad. Light and dark flow out from it. It isn't that. I have the option in this experience to turn non-duality into a form of morality, to figure that I'm a little superior, that I'm a being of light and you're a lower being. I'm on the path, you're not. That's mind, that's bullshit. There's no distinction. There's no distinction between the concept, between you and me, which are concepts. Concepts developed to differentiate, for mind to differentiate between this thing and that thing. There's no real boundary. It doesn't matter what is achieved, attained, earned in this lifetime. Any attempt, any actual pushing in that direction is going away, going outside of the wholeness, the completion that you already are. Ultimately, these are just words. We use wholeness and completion to redirect the attention back away from the idea of attaining something, but ultimately just open, completely open awareness, no concepts, is the natural state. Even the idea of being happy, it's still this idea made up by humans that seems to have some kind of requirements to it. It's all about willingness. Willingness, the will, the divine will, to so-called want yourself more than you want the illusion. Which is to say, I'm happy to play in this illusion. I have no idea that I have any skin in this game. So I happily play and am ready to let it go at any point. That is experiencing the human without losing yourself.